Jonathan Cao is Managing Director for Greater China for BCD Travel. He joins me now to discuss China's tourism sector. Great to see you again, Jonathan.
Thank you, Elaine.
Well, we know that Chengdu just hosted the World University Games, brought many to visit. We know that Chengdu is more than just pandas and food. What are some of the other cities and regions drawing Chinese travelers across the country?
So I think we're seeing pretty strong numbers this summer, as it was the first summer that people are able finally to go international travel, especially with the children that are on summer holidays. So we're seeing international travel having picked up about 50% of compared to 2019 level. So some of the key destinations we're seeing are short haul travel within the Asia Pacific region. So we're seeing Hong Kong, Macau being very popular, and also Thailand, Japan, Singapore, and Malaysia. So I think one of the main reasons are because of the flight availability and also the availability and ease of getting a visa compared to some of the long-haul destinations like the US or Europe.
I want to get into that in just a moment, but let's look ahead to holiday travel. I know that kids will be getting back to school soon, so everyone's getting that last-minute trip in. But next month we have Mid-Autumn Festival and then the National Day holiday. What does that look like? Are you seeing bookings coming ahead?
Yeah, so that is we're going to be shaping up to be a very strong Golden Week for October 1st. So the Mid-Autumn Festival is going to be very close to the Golden Week. So a lot of people will take a few days off and they have much longer holidays this season. And also we're seeing flights are increasing. So for example, recently we had some good news about the US to China flights being doubled in the next month or so. And also people now have more time to get their visa ahead of time. Also recently we have the Ministry of Travel and Tourism and Culture announced on August 22nd that the third batch of countries are now reinstated for group travel, bringing a total of 138 countries. So probably too late for the summer, but it's perfect timing for the holiday coming up in October.
So Jonathan, you mentioned the visas are getting easier, the flights are being doubled. Are they getting cheaper?
Yes, so definitely. So we're seeing already probably longer haul flights continue. The price is strong, but the regional flights like going to destinations in Japan, Hong Kong, they have dropped quite substantially in the past 6 months.
And what about Chinese travelers? We're talking about inbound, but what about outbound? You touched on it a moment ago. What are you seeing as far as demand with Chinese going overseas, and how far are they going outside of the Asia Pacific region?
Yeah, so we continues to see very strong demand going over longer haul to the US and Europe. A lot of it is there's a combination. So there's business travel, business travelers going overseas for meetings, and students going back to school overseas, and also, of course, the traditional leisure travel as well. So I think still at the moment the limiting factor are flight availability and also the visa. It's getting better, but the visa is still a challenge.
Good point about those international students. Jonathan Cao will keep us posted in the next couple of months. Great to see you again from Shanghai.